Have you ever wondered if the human mind has the power to read another person's thoughts only through their body language? This is a question that piques our curiosity, and rightfully so. The concept of body language, while silent and subtle, is an essential part of daily human communication. It's an unspoken language, an interesting cocktail of gestures, expressions, movements, and postures that we all instinctively understand. Picture this scene. You're in a lively cafe, your hand wrapped around a warm cup of your favorite morning latte. The atmosphere is buzzing with conversations and the clinking of cutlery. Your eyes casually drift across the room to a couple engaged in an intense discussion. You can't hear their words, but it's almost as if you don't need to. The stiff shoulders, the clenched fists, the forced smiles. These silent cues speak volumes. You can sense an argument brewing, feel the palpable tension in the air, even discern the dissatisfaction projected by their body language. This, my friends, is the mysterious power of body language, a non-verbal form of communication that often conveys more emotions and intentions than spoken words ever can. The way we cross our arms, the direction our feet are facing, the slight changes in our gaze, these silent cues can sometimes scream louder than any spoken language. It's this ability to read people that makes body language such a fascinating field of study. So, are we all undercover mind readers? Perhaps in a way we are, and that's what makes the study of body language and its psychological implications so intriguing and complex. Stay tuned as we delve deeper into the fascinating world of body language and its psychological implications. Body language, an unspoken language that conveys more than words ever could. But how do we decode it? This is a question that has intrigued scientists, psychologists, and even laymen. The world of body language, also known as kinesics, is a fascinating realm that transcends cultural boundaries and even species. Did you notice how your pet dog wags its tail when it's happy, or how a cat arches its back when it senses danger? That's kinesics for you. But how do we apply this knowledge to humans? The answer is intriguing. Body language can act as a mirror to a person's emotional state, their intentions, and sometimes even their honesty. Our emotions, whether it's joy, sadness, fear, or surprise, often show up in our facial expressions. A happy person's eyes sparkle and crinkle at the corners, and their lips curve upwards into a smile. On the other hand, sadness causes our brows to furrow, and our lips to droop. But it's not just the face that expresses our feelings. Even our gestures and posture reveal a lot about our state of mind. Consider how someone crossing their arms tightly across their chest might appear defensive, or how a person slouching in their chair could be seen as disinterested or insecure. And let's not forget the eyes. They are the windows to our soul. A steady gaze often indicates confidence and sincerity, while frequent blinking and gaze shifting might suggest nervousness or deceit. But what prompts our body to give away our feelings even when we try our best to hide them? It's largely due to our subconscious mind. While our conscious mind has control over our spoken words, our subconscious governs our body language. It's an instinctive, automatic response that's hard to fake, making it a reliable way to gauge our true feelings and thoughts. Therefore, it becomes evident that while we might not be able to read minds in the literal sense, understanding and interpreting body language could very well be the next best thing. So, the next time you're interacting with someone, pay close attention to their body language. You might just be surprised at what you can learn. Imagine being able to tell if someone is lying, just by observing their body language. Is it possible? Intriguing, isn't it? Let's venture into this captivating subject. The human body, in its complexity and subtlety, often acts as an open book, regularly revealing more than mere words do. In the intricate dance of communication, it's often the silent partner speaking the loudest. Especially when we endeavor to unearth the truth, certain behavioral traits emerge as telltale signs of dishonesty. For instance, a person might avert their gaze or seem unusually restless when they are weaving a web of lies. The blink of an eye might be too fast, too frequent. A smile, typically a symbol of joy and goodwill, could be strained and unnatural, possibly indicating falsehood. A defensive stance, crossed arms, or an anxious shuffle might be the smoke signals of deception. However, this is where the plot thickens. These signs are not always the harbingers of dishonesty. They could merely be the manifestations of discomfort, anxiety, or even a peculiar habit that's as much a part of the person as their eye color. This is where context becomes king, and understanding a person's typical behavioral patterns becomes significant. This knowledge can act as a reference point to gauge any actions that deviate from the norm. Yet, it's essential to bear in mind, these are merely clues and not concrete evidence. They are akin to puzzle pieces and are best used in conjunction with other forms of communication to get a complete picture. So, remember, while body language can be a powerful tool, it's not foolproof. It should always be used in conjunction with other forms of communication. Now that you've learned the basics of body language, how can you apply this knowledge in your everyday life? The significance of nonverbal communication is its relevance to daily experiences. It's about interpreting others' signals and improving our expressive capacity. Picture a job interview scenario. Your verbal responses might be, but conflicting body language might convey a different message. Being cognizant of your own physical signals ensures they match your spoken words, enhancing your perceived confidence. Similarly, in interpersonal relationships, recognizing subtle hints can foster deeper bonds. You could catch a friend's brief display of unease or a partner's silent happiness, enabling a compassionate response from your end. Nurturing this skill of body language interpretation can unveil a refreshed landscape of comprehension and dialogue. Mastering the art of body language can open up a whole new world of understanding and communication. Why not start today?